Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm going to show you what to do if you do not have any type of stamps or a particular stamp to get a stamping effect. As you can see in this page right here, this is a flower that has a stamp look on book page and layered. I do not have any type of flower stamp that I could stack to make a clustered flower. So like always, I'm going to use what I have. And what I have is Microsoft Word. I found this flower template on the internet by doing a search, and I colored it and cut it out. Then I use this tool, and I burnished on the edges, on all the edges, and in the middle. But before I did that, I sprayed the back with a fine mist of water and did my burnishing. And I left it to dry, and now it's hard. It has dimension. What I did to get this flower was print out this template on a book page. As you can see, there's 2 sets on the page. And then I enlarged it and have one on a page. There are a lot of templates available when you do a search for you to download a particular picture so you could color it in. You could also use coloring pages that they have free online. And you're able to print those on a book page. So let me show you how to do it. The first thing I did is get a book page. Then I have to measure the length and the width. This page is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. Then I created a frame to put the page on. So with this frame, I printed out this frame. I will put the book page within those lines. And then you adhere it to the page. Oh, I forgot. Once you measure the dimensions of the page, you now also have to measure the dimensions of the text. And the text is 4 by 6. And after print out, like I showed before, it ends up like that. So let me take you to the computer. Okay, first things first. Why do I want to say I Papa, freak all the honeys, dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money? Anyway, let's go. First things first, we're going to do a search. And we're going to search for a flower template. And you will be able to get a whole bunch of different types of flower templates. And you chose the one that best suits your needs. There's many available that shows you what style you may be looking for. Also, you could do flower coloring pages to select a bouquet or something that would go nicely on the book page. Also, as I showed you the mushroom page, you could do mushroom coloring pages, butterfly coloring pages, what have you. The one I so happened to show you was a Zentangle mushroom. And these are really nice that you could print out your book page. The only thing you have to do for each book page, you would create a new guide. So if it's a different size, you would create a book page for that size. So you would print this out first in order to have your guide. Now we're going to adjust this frame. After we print out, we're going to adjust it to the text size. And the text size was 6x4. So that's 6x4, and it's still middle center. Now this guide here is where the graphics are going to go. So now let's add our pictures. So we're going to insert, go to insert, and go to picture, this device. I'm going to go to picture. I'm going to insert that. Right? And it's going to come out as big as possible. So I need this to be on top of that frame. So I'm going to alter the wrap in front of text. And now we adjust the size using the anchor points to adjust. So I'm going to adjust it, and I'm going to adjust it into the frame. So you select the size, you choose how big you want it. You could adjust it using these anchor points, or you could adjust it up here. And what you can do, if I haven't, you could also go to home and you could copy and paste. And you could have 2 per page. I'm going to select picture frame, and I'm going to adjust and turn it sideways, rotate left 90 degrees. So now I have 2 per page. And you would print these. However, if you feel that the size of the flower would be too small, you could just make the whole page, the whole text size, larger, like this. I made it as large I could get it into the box. And you would be able to print this. Once you print this, and if you need more, you just take another book page and put it on the guide, tape it on, and send this to print again. In order to do the mushroom, page, let's see, I'm going to insert another picture here. Well, I'm going to drag and drop it in. And I will go to picture format and wrap in front. I'm going to put that there and adjust. So now I'll get the other one. Just that. I'm going to put it in front. Adjust that size. Just that. So these two will print on one page. But you do not have to do that. You don't have to only do this, do coloring pages or that. You could actually print out pictures. So let's go back and say we want to print out like a nice picture. Something like this. You could do this as well. Like this, you would open in a new tab, save as, and you save it as whatever you wanted to save it as. And then you insert it into your document. Once again, you would have had to go to wrap in front, and put it inside the frame. But this may be too dark. So what you could do, and the words may not show through, you could change the transparency and determine how light you want. This is 15, this is 30, this is 50%. So what you can do is you could print out to see which one you want, and I selected 30%. But you don't have to stop here. You could add some embellishments. You could add a word. You could add a number. You could add anything. You could add a quote if you choose. You could insert a word art and select any of these. This is a word art. And you select it. And you could change it to one of these designs. So let's insert a word art. Insert word art and say I want to pick this. Oh, it'll tell you to enter your text. But if you don't want that color, you could go back and select something else. Or if you like that particular font, but you want to just change the color, you could go to text fill and you could change the color and adjust the gradient as well as the outline. And you just have to select this right here to open this dialog box. And you print out to your heart's content. As I showed in the demo, this is not the only thing you could do. You could print out colored photos on it and cut around to decorate. This was printed with zero transparency. This one was printed with 30% transparency, so at least I could see more of the words coming through. I also decorated with a wording and a number. It's easy and doable. The best thing about this technique, you do not have to stop at book pages. You can use your scraps. Use up your 6x6 pads. Look at these colorful things that you could print on. You could use your tea dyed, coffee dyed paper, or any type of scrapbook paper. Now, the best part of this technique is that it's customizable. You could do whatever you desire. Alrighty then, just to help you get started, you could get this template on my Ko-Fi page for free. Well, that's all for now. I'll talk to you later.